If Russia defeats Ukraine, the consequences would be profound, with far-reaching implications both regionally and globally. A Russian victory would likely lead to significant territorial changes in Ukraine, with Russia potentially annexing areas it currently controls, such as Crimea, Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporizhia, and Kherson. This would solidify Russia's influence over key strategic areas, including the Black Sea coast, severely damaging Ukraine's economy and geopolitical position. Politically, Russia might attempt to install a pro-Russian government in Kyiv, ending Ukraine's Western-oriented government and turning the country into a satellite state of Russia. Ukraine's hopes of joining the European Union and NATO would be crushed, and any existing agreements with the West could be reversed. This shift would also deepen the humanitarian crisis, as more Ukrainians could be displaced, fleeing to European countries, while those remaining might face repression under Russian rule. Ukraine's infrastructure, already devastated by war, would face immense challenges in recovery under Russian occupation. Despite victory, Russia's global standing would remain tarnished. Western sanctions would likely persist or even intensify, keeping Russia economically isolated from the global market and more reliant on countries like China and India. A Russian victory might embolden other authoritarian regimes worldwide, signaling that aggression can pay off, which could lead to increased tensions between NATO and Russia. Eastern European nations, particularly those bordering Ukraine, would feel more threatened, pushing for a stronger NATO military presence and heightened defense spending, thereby escalating the militarization of Europe. NATO and the European Union could face internal challenges, as a Ukrainian defeat might lead to divisions over how to handle future security threats. Some members might advocate for increased military involvement, while others could prefer diplomatic approaches to avoid further conflict with Russia. For the US, a Russian victory would signal a significant blow to its global leadership and influence, potentially leading to more cautious international engagements. This shift could encourage China to further challenge the US-led world order, particularly in Taiwan and the South China Sea. Even if Russia achieves military victory, there is a strong likelihood of continued Ukrainian resistance. A long-term insurgency could develop, prolonging the conflict and complicating Russia's ability to maintain control over occupied territories. This could resemble past conflicts where insurgencies made governance difficult for occupying forces. Additionally, Europe's energy market would continue to be affected. Russia might try to leverage its energy exports to regain influence over Europe, though Europe has been diversifying its energy sources to reduce reliance on Russia. A Russian victory would challenge the global order, particularly the post-World War II principles of national sovereignty and territorial integrity. The international community's failure to protect smaller states from larger, aggressive ones could encourage more such actions in the future. Ultimately, while a Russian victory could bring an end to the immediate conflict, it would introduce a host of new challenges for regional and global stability, forcing the world to adjust to a more aggressive and assertive Russia. The consequences would be felt across political, economic, and security dimensions, shaping the future of international relations and world peace.